What would stabilize Dave Reichert, the Green River Killer, and me in-person interactions? So today is Sunday, 21 September 2025, and so far as I know, all three of us are still alive. And we're all still living in the same Seattle area. Washington State area. Let's go. I'll do Washington State area. Do I actually know where they all lived? Great point to myself. All right. So here I, Tanis Coralee of Seattle, ruminate about what would stabilize Dave Reichert, the Green River Killer, and me in-person interactions, potentially high stress in nature. Then apply this in the context of ruminating about surnames. Yes. So while I ruminate, I'm gonna have a Nissan cup of noodles, chicken flavor. And so the Green River Killer was active when I was growing up, was born in the early to mid 1990s. And Dave Reichert, assuming they got the right person, Dave Reichert was the lead detective that kind of brought the guy in. And so he killed a young woman in kind of the area where I lived. And I think, I'm approximately 33 years of age, and I think my age is still in his age range for victims. My ethnicity, race/ethnicity, and his target demographic as well. And I was thinking, what would stabilize interactions between the three of us? How about a cup of noodles? Food. Especially if we're interacting. Let's say I were, for whatever reason, brought in, like, to consult on there's been additional murders or something. And then, like, it's Dave Reichert and the Green River Killer and I'm like, food. Because I'm out of my element. It's not what I've done. Not what I do. At least currently. Food. So I can just sit there and think, eat, and listen. Right? Take it in. And so I don't step in it. Or kind of thing. You know, it's like eating the food helps keep me silent. It helps me go, but do I really know what they're talking about? And so, so there's one thing. But how would I disconnect mentally as someone who's been sexually assaulted, or, and at least supposedly killed the guy in self-defense? So the Green River Killer is an interesting one because he is a killer, serial killer. They raped the women. So there's a little bit of, I'm not necessarily as afraid of the guy as some people would be, per my background. So what would be a barrier of sorts, a cognitive barrier that keeps me safe? As a full functioning Duwamish woman, who at least supposedly killed her rapist, it was the realization of, back when I was making that decision of, you know, if this guy were to come after me again, would I act in self-defense and defend myself? To cut it off from happening permanently. A permanent solution. And an interesting one for that was, so if he had a wife, the guy who raped me, and or offspring, would I have killed them as well? Alright, they all come after me. Gang, which is called gang rape, if two or more people rape a person at the same time. And you know, I was like, self-defense means self-defense. If I can do it, get myself to do it, defend myself, right? I do not support their conduct. Just shut it off. And so, maybe that's it. It's a cognitive barrier between me and the serial killer. Possibly the detective too. But maybe that's my area of expertise. That neither of them have. Having killed in self-defense. Maybe it opens the world, or the view of these interactions a bit. Having the perspective of a bit of a different type of killer. He's like, literally, it's just about survival. And self-defense. And you're like, but how's that relevant for a serial killer? Dave Reichert goes, so-and-so had skin under their nails because they were scratching him in self-defense, right, to get him off. And the river killer goes, it wasn't in self-defense. And I go, I'm the only person in this room who's killed in self-defense. The expert is me, not the dudes talking about a woman. I am the woman. Right. With relevant experience. So, yeah. A power dynamic whereby I am the expert. The she. So, there we go. Now, what would stabilize Dave Reichert, the Green River Killer, and me in-person interactions? That's some rumination. Oh, surnames? That one's actually, it's a really simple application. So that one's it would be really great to have some sort of understanding, even if it's just this video, of the meaning of a surname if the person doesn't ever get to go by their surname. Like, instead of the guy's real name, he went by the Green River Killer in the press sometimes, right? To remove that so the name gets stripped. So in a stripped name situation, does the meaning of the surname still mean something to the person? There we go.